Our resellers are going to make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling,
You can do it!
We're your guy. With flipping ain't easy by your side.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Cyber Monday to all you guys out there. Wonder how your weekend was. Actually, your week, this last week, leading up to Black Friday, how that was with the holiday and all that. Before we begin, shout out to Thomas S. Tommy. I don't know what. I still don't know what you say. Call you whatever. I feel like calling you.
I feel like Tommy is it.
Like Thomas, Tommy.
Tom sounds like Tom is like the dad. Like he's the grandpa. Tommy sounds a little.
I got to tell you, I'm just overwhelmed in that. Got some packages. This time of year we're getting packages like crazy because we're buying on Amazon and taking advantage of like all the Black Friday deals and stuff like that. And we get this box from Amazon.
We're fighting disputing as to who is going to open the package, because we have all of our kids. Well, yeah, all of our kids are sending all of the gifts for our other kids that are coming here.
Because they're all coming out here for
They're all
Christmas.
coming out here, so they're all mailing the gifts here. So we've got the gifts that we're buying, we've got the gifts that they bought, and then now we have such amazing friends.
It's more like she's like, don't look at any packages that come because it might be your gift. I'm like, same thing with you. So now we get this box. I'm like, I have no idea what the hell this is. So I get this box and I'm carefully opening this box. It's an Amazon package, and on the inside it has like a green bag, and I'm like, this is a gift for someone. I don't know if I should be opening because I'm not expecting this. And she's like, I don't know what the hell that is. So I start opening it, and it's a sweet Mitchell and Ness snapback, and it's from Thomas S.
Yes, and then
a happy birthday gift to me. Now it's not her birthday. She got those saddles.
It's not my birthday, but it's my pre-birthday celebration. He sent me, if you remember on our last live, Thomas said he found some vintage saddles, and I said, ooh, that would be cool to put on a tree, like a real kid's saddle. I've seen some trees that were done like that, and I think that's what I'm going to go with next year. But he sent me two of the most beautiful saddles. They're ornaments for the tree, and they are so nice. I love them so much, and they are just getting me started for next year.
I know you guys are fans of the channel and all. I got to tell you, between that, the super chats, I mean, I don't know what we deserve to even, get any of that. I mean, we're here we're just part of the community. I mean, we're no different than you guys, except we're the ones in front of the camera. But I just, I felt, I had a moment there where I was like, wow. I mean, it's overwhelmed. So thank you, Thomas.
And in that moment, he was speechless.
I still don't know what to say.
He was speechless. Go figure.
That might be the whole point of it all, right? How do we get John to not say anything in these lives and get past the diatribe? But that aside, for the rest of you guys who are like, okay, get on with the show, John. Again, thanks, Thomas. Appreciate you, man.
We did have a nice Thanksgiving. I hope that you guys did too. We had Archie and his mom is visiting, and so she came over for Thanksgiving, and we had the full spread that John made, and it was delicious.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that part, though. I'm just saying.
Get out of here.
Just saying, it's,
I made the stuffing and
it all turned out
the mashed
well.
potatoes, and then he made everything else. So it all turned out great. I hope you guys enjoyed your families and friends, and took a little time to just have gratitude for the day.
So here's the deal, guys. This time of year, we have like the last 2 weeks of November. Maybe you can even consider like the first 2 weeks of November, because a lot of the stores online are doing their Black Friday stuff like really early at the beginning of the month. But people don't kind of get into the gift buying mode until like the second half of November into like up until it's like too late to ship. And so right now we're kind of in the heart of all of it. And Black Friday's passed. We're now currently in Cyber Monday. And, I think for many, myself, the last couple years, it's been a nightmare this time of year. I mean, last year and the year before, we weren't getting hardly anything. And there's a number of reasons for that. We've talked about it on the channel. But I think, you get a lot of people reporting, I'm not getting any sales. My sales suck right now. And I think there's an answer to it. And if you think about this time of year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, what is the main thing that they have going on between Black Friday and Cyber Monday? What is?
I didn't hear your question.
Well,
I wasn't paying attention.
That's not new. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Mm-hmm. What do you think about when you think of those 2 days as far as buying online?
I gotta find the best deal.
Well, that's what it is. It's people have this mindset of deals, right? So now we have these things that we bought for our store. We bought it for X. The comps show that it's selling for Y, and we have people that are online right now looking for deals, and your items might be priced too high. And, you might be able to get away with it when there are no other retailers giving sales. But heck, even eBay is giving sales. This came out. I don't know if you guys noticed this here. They have a Cyber Week 20 coupon to save 20% off. And I believe also it's 20% off and free shipping. Now, I just said, I tried this and I was like, okay, wait, I don't remember being told that I have this deal. I went in and I tried to buy, I wasn't going to buy, but buy one of my items just to see if I can apply that Cyber Week 20. And it says that it's not applicable to that item. So it tells me that when I click into some of these listings, we're dealing with people who have, big time stores. I mean, 8,000 feedback is not bad. It's not. I don't think of a huge store as being 8,000 feedback. But you see some of these things like hoodies. You have Fashion Up. These are big time sellers, guys. And so when you talk about like at eBay Open, here's another one here, CPO Commerce. So when you talk about eBay Open, the top sellers, the phrase that I've never heard eBay use towards sellers, top rated, yes, but not top sellers. Those are the sellers that sell over $500,000 in merchandise. And I'm wondering if those folks are the ones included in this, because I think, heck, I would have been okay. I have a 10% coupon on my items. I would have been cool with adding Cyber Week 20 instead of my current 10%. We're talking for 2-3 weeks, or just 1 week in this case. So I don't know why eBay does this, and I don't know, is there anybody out there who actually was invited to participate in this? Because I think it's extra exposure, extra impressions. We you click on the deals, the featured deals. If you click on the site on eBay, it says featured Cyber Monday deals, and these sellers are being given extra exposure, and without any additional promoted listings or anything like that. Who knows? Some of these sellers might actually just sell organically. I doubt it, but if you're participating in their Cyber Week 20, there's a good chance your items are going to be at some point visible to other buyers, and that gives these sellers an advantage over us. Okay, so that is another reason. It's all about price right now, and if you're not thinking about the price and getting in there and lowering your prices, maybe having a special sale for the period between now and like the 15th of December, and it's not a strategy that I'm employing, but there's many sellers out there right now that are having an issue. I apologize for that. That's probably the mailman. You might want to check. I'm in the middle of talking to the folks here, so it's probably the one thing that is causing sellers to have a problem right now with their sales, and that is their prices. Now you might say, hey, I'm priced as low as I can go. If I go any lower between eBay fees, promoted listing fees, my markdown sale, my coupon, I can't make any money. I get it, but you may want to think about working some kind of a strategy. Now, here's an article that kind of got me to thinking about this. from Ina Steiner at E-commerce Bites. eBay nudges sellers to lower prices on slow movers. Some sellers are getting irritated by eBay's frequent emails advising them to tweak their slow-moving listings. So I guess we're getting some emails that are dealing with some slow-moving listings. Yes.
I need you to come get this.
Okay. Can you come and talk to the folks real quick? Okay, we're going to talk. My mailman's here, and she can't deal with this because she's not buff like I am.
I am not buff like he is, or at least I don't have the strength that he does. It is a very, very large package, and it's super heavy. So I don't know what it is. I can't even imagine, but it is listed. Huh? No, the mailman's not here. I just need you to get the package.
I don't need to get that box right now. Nobody's going to come and steal it. Trust me, it's too heavy.
Well, you could have brought it in the house since you were there.
It's not. It's something I don't want to get. It's all dirty, too. It's one of our gifts that we bought, and it's a huge box, and it's like sitting in front of our door, and she's like, you need to bring it in. I don't need to do anything right now. I don't want to get all dirty, or I don't know if I got dirty by just messing with it. It's pretty heavy.
Door?
I shut it. I shut the screen. Okay, back to what we were talking about before I was so
Don't
interrupted.
even say it.
So eBay sends sellers. So I don't know if you guys have got this email. I haven't seen this email, but it's an email that eBay is sending sellers that items that haven't sold after 90 days. So that tells you I don't get these because my items are never older than 30.
Don't
The
say
order.
never.
I don't get no. My items are always within
We
30.
held on to some that were past 30.
You don't understand. I refresh them by doing an end item sell
Okay,
similar.
anyway.
The original poster who said they'd be selling on eBay for 25 years, so this is the person that posted this message on the eBay page, says, I sell antiques and collectibles and we know what price I paid for them and what they sell for. We already have to almost give the item away in order to make a sale. And another seller pushed back in the comments, what we have to keep in mind is that there are tons of sellers who do not have their items ridiculously overpriced, who do have their items ridiculously overpriced. I don't mean the freak show ones like $10,000 for a paperclip, just items priced unrealistically high because the seller isn't great at researching comps or whatever, and eBay just keeps relisting those things, hosting them for free. So the sellers never drop their prices. eBay will never cash in on performing them or platforming them. This is why they have always given all kinds of nudges to sell cheaper. Now they're even trying to use AI to do comp research for us, and it's hilarious, but there's no reason to take it personally. Just laugh it off. I agree with a lot of what that person said. That's kind of why we're talking about it. An e-commerce Bites reader shared this email eBay sent to them. So this is the actual email with the subject. This one hasn't sold yet. Let's update, and it gives you the actual title of the item. And it says, no sale in 90 days, what's next? At this point, we recommend making some tweaks to your listing to help it sell. Tap the plus next to your item to learn what helps similar listings sell. So eBay is encouraging you to see what the sold comps look like and what they did differently. Top sellers offer handling time of 3 days or less, more photos, typically 7+, and free shipping. So I ain't doing free shipping on some of my items, but I have started gravitating over to free shipping for some smaller items. We do already do the same day handling, and we give a lot of photos in our listings. Now, this person said, this is the third nag I've received on my items for eBay in 3 weeks, and my price of my items are almost always cheaper than the same item listed by other sellers, including fair shipping. I've turned the emails off in my preferences for these kind of emails, and eBay refuses to honor turning this feature off. eBay is no longer a venue, is now trying to interfere with sellers' listings. The reader also believes eBay actions send the wrong message to buyers, and that buyers can hold out until the price drops, and called it interference by eBay. And more complaining about nagging, the nagging letters and stuff. So I don't know if there's a frequency of these messages, but look, eBay is interested in making sure that our items are priced competitively, not only amongst each other on the platform. This person said, hey, my items are the cheapest in my category and I'm still not getting sales and I'm getting these nag letters. It's also, you got to consider, you're not in just competition with eBay. You're in competition with Etsy. You're in competition with Mercari, Amazon, even though it's like, how do you compete with that? 10 times less traffic than Amazon, but we still are. any other platform on the internet that sells an item like you're selling, you are competing against them. Someone this time of year who's trying to get the most money or the most things, it's still Christmas time for most people. They're going to still celebrate it, and maybe they're dealing with less money. They're going to try to get the best deal, and I think a lot of us are suffering with our sales because of it. So I want to know what you guys think, your thoughts on this issue. I know it's one of those issues where, someone might agree with the person that feels like they're getting nagged and eBay's interfering. But also you got to consider eBay is, providing a service to us, and they don't get paid if your item doesn't sell. They will not, their store, no, not even counting the store fees. We're talking about, and we're not talking about promoted listings advanced. We're talking about your final value fees and your promoted standard. eBay is not making a thing if your items are stuck in page 5. And so eBay wants us to get more competitive, not only amongst ourselves, but as compared to other vendors that are on other platforms. And, it's just that time of year where you got to be willing to lower your prices if you want to be competitive. So I think for many sellers, that is the case. Who do we have? We got Mike Mecco sliding in at first place today. Hi, John and Jenna and beloved FAE family. Happy Cyber Monday, everyone. How's sales? I will show you my sales here in a little bit. John Gaynor says happy holidays. Nice to see you, John.
Happy holidays.
Upstate Picks says if any of you, and by the way, eBay's doing this thing again where it shows our handle and not our actual username. I don't know what to say. We'll do our best to try to figure out who you are. If any of you are guys are on the East Coast and have same-day shipping, get your shipment done today and turn on 2-day shipping. We're getting a foot of snow tomorrow, and don't be stranded with shipments.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It continues.
I hate turning on 2-day shipping on Cyber Monday, but if you lose power tomorrow or have no internet, consider yourself screwed. Mm-hmm. And that's a good point. If these are isolated things that are happening with the weather, and maybe your community, the power's out, but the rest of the state that you're in, the power's fine, eBay ain't making an exception for you. It's only if it's a widespread outage or something like that, or the weather's that bad where it's kind of a known issue, then sort of retroactively they will say, okay, we'll excuse you guys. But yeah, I think if you are at risk, that's good advice. Upstate says, I'll be sleeping when you guys go live. I hate to go babysit packages I have to go babysit packages at UPS via the midnight 9 a.m. shift. Wow. Well, have fun at the UPS store.
Well, have fun babysitting.
Duncan isn't dealing with sleep. It's tomorrow for where he's at in Australia. The crickets are out in force, and the cicadas are joining them. They had babies.
Oh, no.
All right.
That's
Australian cricadas. Love it.
Cricadas?
Yeah.
Is that your new word?
They had a good time. Upstate Pick says, I'm the guy on Discord who has the crush on Mel, by the way.
Oh, that's funny.
Who's Mel?
Mel's the book
girl
in Australia.
Okay. What, Back to Burnout or whatever? Okay.
Back from Burnout.
Okay, well, back to Burnout, back from it, back to it, back from it.
Say it.
Upstate Pick says, should just change my name to Thomas S. the Salty Picker. Should cover all 3 names.
Because on the thing it's Salty and then his last name.
So this is Thomas.
Yeah.
I'm so screwed up. All right, Thomas, there you are. Jeez. I told you before I read your comment.
Works for UPS.
Yeah, I told you before I read the comment that I can't, with these handle names, it's all screwed up.
That's funny.
Duncan says, multi-personalities, breakfast time here in Australia. Nice. And to flip it says, hey ho, FAE peeps. Nice to see you.
Hey ho, Heidi ho.
We got Duncan VR says, picking orders time, hit your like for free. So he would like to have some mine ads. So
you can do it!
Not only will we give you some sales by clicking the like button, but if you click the like button, Duncan will hit his quota of returns. And that's
Sweet
important.
dreams, Thomas.
Yes. And thank you, buddy. Thanks. Love the hat. It's pretty sweet.
I love my saddles. Thank you.
Jackie says, hi all. I won a prize on Saturday's Live. Unfortunately, it came through with my deceased mother-in-law's chat name. Yes, you did. And I'm sorry that it did, but you won. So that's a good thing, right?
Wait,
I need an email from you. If you can send me an email, flippingainteasy2020@gmail.com. I will get that over to, with your size of shirt, I'll get that over to the Tree Cat folks so they can.
What name did you give?
I didn't give anything. the name on the chat came across as with the deceased mother-in-law's chat.
I'm so sorry.
I had nothing to do with that. That wasn't
know.
anything I did. But she's blaming me for it.
I'm not blaming anybody.
You said, "What did I do?" Joe, nice to see you, Joe. Howdy, Joe and Jenna.
Hello.
Joe Samard. There is a correction. DRC Flippin' says, hello all. Feels good to be on vacation from an 8 to 5 job just to work our eBay store.
Hey, but at least this week you don't have to answer to a boss.
Yeah, and look, I am looking for ways, because see, yes, it is a vacation, a reprieve from a boss, right? The 9 to 5 gig where you have to go in and go to an office and report. I mean, I guess some of us still have a work-at-home job, but I've never had that luxury. But for me, it was always about driving to a 7 to 3:30 job and coming home and
6 a.m. to 2:30.
Yeah.
And I've done also 6 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. and everything in between.
Now, I still get up at a certain time.
Oh.
And I get up at a certain time, have a schedule, I get going, I get the stuff picked for her for when she decides to get up and get to the stuff. And I'm out there working at my own pace, which is pretty good, but I can do better in 2026. And what I want to do is, and it's something I'm working on, I've been working on this project, is something a program that will, through AI, that'll take my source, no matter what place I'm dealing with online, could be one of the few that I deal with, and I point it to that and say, okay, go to my purchase history and create drafts. And use Amazon as a reference point, and then give your best whatever and put it up on eBay as a draft, and I'll get in there and fill in the blanks. And that's going to save me some time. In fact, through discussion of this with AI, I was talking about how I can save myself somewhere around 2,000 hours next year. And we're talking, this process will take like 15 to 20 minutes with the 50 to 75 items that I'm sourcing from these sites every week. It doesn't seem like a lot of items, but that's just, with my high ASP, that's what works for us. So that will free up some time, because once I get drafts, if I have an active draft that I'm working with, I'm just adding in the photos, I'm updating the condition, because at that point is when I'm evaluating things, your weights and measurements and location, and it's just a quick deal. We got Keith with us. Nice to see you,
Hi,
Keith. Nice to see you, buddy. Let's see. Duncan wants some KFC. We got Bearded Picker.
No KFC.
What would we do without John to figure out our slow sales issues? Well,
you'd be lost. Just admit it.
I got to tell you, it may not seem like it, because I know you're doing well with your sales. You're doing a lot of your media and stuff, and you're kind of paring down your stores to like your main and then your media, and you're doing well with that. But there's people out there right now, and the people that are having problems with sales, and I think the thought is that, oh, it's Black Friday, it's Cyber Monday, and there's going to be extra people online buying stuff. And that may be the case, but they're looking for deals right now. And if you don't have your stuff priced, competitively to where they sort, when they go on eBay and they sort it by price, then you're going to be left out. Jovial says, hey, FA fam, happy National Mutt Day. So give that special one some love, extra love, and the dog too. I did not know that. I wonder if half of these are made up. I think they are.
I mean, I'm sure so.
But every time I've checked Jovial, it's actually been a day, so I don't.
Well, yeah, I'm sure she gets it from somewhere, but I just don't know who sat and made up all those days.
Sutter's Mill says weekends are for poor people. Duncan says slow sales and promote at 95%.
Oh dear Lord!
So he wants to give bad information in his listing so he can get an INAD. And he wants to price it at 95%. Good luck with that. Keith says, I have had a pretty busy week this last couple weeks and shifted out 14 tons of e-waste to refiners in the last 10 days. Made more money focusing on e-waste in 10 days than I would have made in 90 days on eBay.
Holy cow, 14 tons?
That's a lot. That's a lot of shit.
lot of stuff.
Would not mind 14 tons of KFC,
Ew,
says.
no.
Jovial has a question, though. Someone just bought a nice camera at 30% off and just normal messaged, can you send me sample pics to see the quality? What would you all do in this situation? No.
No. Would you be asking Best Buy or Walmart or Amazon to do the same thing? Absolutely not.
I would say once we sell these items, we do not
already
alter them or use them in any way.
And ready to ship.
And really, it's like hitting someone up saying, "Can you try this shirt on for me?" And like, no, I'm not going to try it on for you. Keith says, "Happy Bunny me. In best part is everything I get is free. I just process it to its we categories and to send refiners for payday."
Nice.
There you go. It's
I love that that's working out for you.
Keith. This is what it is for most of us. We don't work. Some of you guys work part-time. I mean, there's even fewer of you that work a 9 to 5 and are still doing reselling. But for those of us who do this full-time, we're trying to find the best and easiest way. And I'm not saying what you're doing is easy, but it's the best way for you to get the most money out of your time. And you got to make the most of your opportunities. Not everyone's going to have that kind of an opportunity. And if you don't currently have opportunities, then you got to keep searching for those opportunities, because there's a good chance there's opportunities out there if you keep looking. Brenda Smith says, "Hello everyone. Sunday I had an uptick in sales." That's awesome.
We love that.
Our sales are, I guess I'll just go into it. We have our secondary and our main. So the second store for the year is from January 1st to December 1st. Today is at $31,733, which we get about half of that after everything's said and done. We're up 83% on the secondary store, and that's, it's because we didn't put a whole lot of time in that secondary store last year.
In the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we have 1,153 sales. That's up by 121%. So we had probably somewhere around 300 sales last year. And then we're at a $27.52 ASP. Now, you guys know this is sort of like where the things that I don't want on my main store go. It's like my clearance store. And this has done somewhat okay. Like today, the last few days, it's been okay. We've had some $200 days, $100 days. Today is at $160. On the main store, we're currently at $231 today, and had middling success. When we were used to getting $400 or $500 days, and the last week it hasn't been so hot. But if we compare the main store to last year, we are up 7.7% for the year at $138,000 in sales. Again, about half of that is in our pockets. 1,840 sold. That's up by 2.9%, and we're up by 4.7% at $75.39 on the ASP. So combined, we're at around 170 between the two stores, and I think we're going to be shy of 200,000, maybe about 185. And so the goal I had for myself for next year was to try to be at 200, but I think that might be on the little low side. Maybe I need to try for 210. But here's the report for Q4 for the main account. And we're up, $25,000 for the last 60 days. This is a 60-day report, not 90, just from October 1 through November 30th. It's about $12,500 per month in sales, which seems kind of low, but it's still 25% higher than last year. It just shows you how bad it was last year. We're up by almost 20% in the number of items sold, and our ASP is up. So I attribute this because you might say, well, what are numbers if you don't understand why you have those numbers? And I really think it's because this year we just have better things to sell. And that's always the key, I think, the main key. Get good things that people want and buy it at a good price, and you have half of it figured out. Everything else will fall into place. Keith says, my next plan is to train someone to do all that so I can focus on the repair side of business to further expand and grow. I'm sure that's a little bit more enjoyable for you. Henri Squad says, howdy, John, Jen, and FA Chat family. Sales are up That's good to hear.
Hello.
That is good to hear. We got basket noodle.
No, it's not basket noodle.
Yes, it is basket noodle. Look at
I
those
thought
talons.
it was too, but
That's 100% basket
okay,
noodle.
maybe it is.
And look at those talons on Jenna. Yeah, there it is. Record crate, my second best week of the year. Okay.
Nice.
But you know, one thing has to be common for everyone that says they're having good sales. Your prices have to be reasonable right now, and I'm sure that that's part of it. Dryden Flip says, hello everyone. I shipped out 14 orders for $1,300 in sales and did a cash sale for $200.
Woo!
Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Yes, we did. Thank you. Because you had to do a double take. Let's see. Honor Squaw says, I just told my husband that I have to open all the Amazon packages.
Last night I was like, hey, I locked him in this office because I'm like, you're not allowed to come out until I say, because I was wrapping gifts.
Well, Miss Thing here was opening boxes, and I don't know if you're being honest with me.
I don't have a clue what it was.
But she's like, what is this? I don't think I was supposed to open this box. I said, no, you weren't. And I told you that you weren't. You didn't tell me that.
I didn't open it all the way. I only took it out of the box that it came in, and then it was in another box. So I have no idea what it was.
I'm going to have to send it back now. Jovia says, haha, at first look, I thought John had bib overalls on. Jenna, that color looks fabulous on you.
Oh,
bib
thank
overalls.
You. This is one of my
People
favorite
still wear those
colors.
things? We got Kevin Hawthorne says, good evening.
Hello, Kevin.
Don't know his location. I think it's Lakeland, Florida, but I could be mistaken. Duncan says, happy birthday, Jenna.
No, it's not my birthday yet. Don't force that.
Paul Rose.
January 13th.
Evening, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. Happy Manic Monday.
Hello, Paul.
Casey, New York says, hi, John, Jenna, and FA Peeps. Nice to see you, Casey, New York.
New York.
Let's see. Jody says, hi, Jenna. John and FA family, hope you all had a great weekend. Sales are going great.
Yeah, Paul, my birthday's January 13th. So it's not yet. It was an early birthday present.
Paul says, silly Saturday and shitty Sunday. Interesting. By the way, speaking of silly and shitty, you guys remember that buyer that I did the live over the weekend, kind of an unannounced live. I just went on, and it was... At that time, I was doing a back and forth with this buyer. And anybody want an update on what happened? Nothing. They went away. They didn't leave a negative. They didn't open a return. They took the part that they had bought, and they left with no extra money in their pocket because I stood my ground on the shakedown. And then if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just go check out the video. It's a video that we did as a live, and a lot of people said I wasted my time or I took too much time. I don't understand why, but nonetheless we resolved it, and all is good. Devon's with us. Nice to see you.
Hi, Devon. Don't forget shopping with Cheryl.
Shopping with Cheryl says happy Monday. We made it to December.
Yes.
Can you guys believe that?
I can't believe it.
It's like the older you get, the faster these years go. I don't know why, but maybe it's I'm working so much that I'm just not focusing on the little things. I don't know. Travis in Dallas says they send out invitations to be included in the sales. I participated once. I never received a message on either account.
Because you're not big enough.
I don't know. It may be random. It may be based on some things. Maybe if you have perfect feedback, which I don't have. Basket Noodle says, I'm thinking about price. I just spent $3,000 and another $3,250.
On what?
Yeah, on what? That's interesting.
What did you buy?
Paul says, John, the chosen ones you speak of, things of legend they are, not just crude matter like the rest of us. Use the forks, John.
What?
Ping G is with us.
What was that?
It's still there. You can read it.
I know. I read
Ping
it.
G says, happy Monday, John and Jenna and the chat.
Hello,
nice to see
Ping.
you. Kenneth Thoros says, buff.
Yeah, he's buff when I need him to be.
Yeah, but this guy ain't buff to do it during the live because there was the box was dirty, and I'm like, no.
Wait,
I'm not
it may take both of us to bring it in.
Well, I'll get it in,
heavy.
but I'm not going to. I thought you needed help with the USPS
No.
to get the bags to the guy. I'm like, okay, that's not a problem.
USPS has not come yet.
Let's see. Paul, Jenna, do we not want to think of John in the buff? Thanks for that mental image. Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Andre Squaw says, I don't get those emails because of the in sale similar on items once a month. Of the email that says, hey, your items are older than 90. And if you're getting those emails, eBay looks at that as a negative thing. Now, I know that they've downplayed the whole end item sell similar. They don't want every seller using that, okay? It's causing some craziness to go on behind the scenes. They have to store all that data. Every time you end that listing and relist it, well, that old listing data is stored for 90 days. And if more and more sellers are doing that, it's going to cause havoc. So they really don't want you doing that. What they want, ideally, is for you to buy the item and have it sold in 90 days. Without doing all that. But I'm telling you what works for me. That's part of my process. And there's nothing better than, I have an item that has kind of been here for a while, and every 30 days for at least a day, I think it's like a day and a half, I get that tag next to it, and it's ranked higher, and it says new listing next to the title. Now, the eBay knows it's probably not a new listing, but it's still being pushed up higher. My buyer doesn't know that. Now, I sell all kinds of different things. Now, if you have buyers who frequent your store, you sell within a niche, then they're going to notice, yeah, that's the same old recycled listing. But for those who aren't aware, they see it as a somewhat new listing. They think, well, there's a good price here. I might grab it before someone else takes advantage of it. Brett! Mad Hatter's Boutique says, hey, from Louisiana, we're doing great. Sales are blowing up as usual this time of year with gifting, all sports season, cold weather, and more expensive items. A lot, too. Buyers have money to spend. What are you doing in Louisiana?
He moved. They moved. Remember?
Okay.
He told us that.
I thought he was moving to like Texas, though.
No.
Travis in Dallas, the only messages I get about older items is you should promote these items.
Yeah.
Jovio says eBay definitely suppresses listings as the crickets have been chirping loudly. Then 5 sales in 2 hours, 14 send offers from 2 hours window of 9 p.m. to 11, then back to crickets. Hard to deny the suppression.
That's crazy.
But when we say suppression, is it all the listings in that category or just yours? And I try to figure this out because if we go to my second store, I feel, and this is where our feelings get in the way of sometimes of what's really going on. If you look at what happened here, on the 20th and 21st on this account, we had absolutely no sales. We had the same traffic, but it's like, why am I not getting sales? I was continually listing. It wasn't like I stopped listing. I don't know. It just made me wonder. Like, you kind of wonder, am I getting suppressed, or start thinking about those servers, or the lighthouse effect and things like that. And it's like, what is causing this to happen? And at the end of the day, you can't really get too caught up into it. You just got to keep pushing. Kenneth says recommended at promoted 23%. Don't do it. Don't fall for the trap. Because eBay, it is their goal. Of course, they want you, as many of us, to sell our items. I mean, I hope nobody out here thinks that eBay doesn't want us to sell our items, okay? But what it is they want us to sell our items. They want to maximize as much of that profit in their pockets and not our profits, and not our pockets. So don't fall for that you need to give them any more of your money. I'm firm between 6. Sometimes I'll go as low as 6 if it's a really good item. But 10% is where I'm at max. I don't go any higher than that. Andy Reno is dealing with snow.
11 inches
a little bit of
snow.
Just a little bit. Just a few
Ew.
flakes. Michelle R. says, good evening. Sales really picked up for me this weekend.
Well, that's wonderful. We like to hear
Yep,
that.
we do. Without the sound effects, too. Paul says, hey, Keith, hope you're well. Glad to catch you. I have a question. Is OnBuy reliable? So I guess there's a place called OnBuy where they buy cell phones and Macs. Baskin says Walmart, Kohl's, Target, and every other place. College Nomics 101. Compete for the dollar, not the product. Yes. And if Amazon, Walmart, all the other stores are having excellent Black Friday sales, do you think they're going to need to come over to eBay to find that deal if they've already found it on these other sites that weren't giving that low of a discount? There's been many times, and another thing also you need to remember, there's a lot of people who drop ship from Amazon, from Walmart, Target, all these other places that are having Black Friday sales, and they have their software that they run in the background. It's a repricer software. So it takes that listing that's on Amazon that's now on eBay for them, and it adjusts the price by a certain percentage to give them their 10% profit. So if Amazon has that $100 item and they go a Black Friday sale for $70, well, their prices automatically adjust on eBay to reflect that. And you're competing against those in some categories. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Coppercat says, hello, FA family. Nice to see you, Coppercat. Basket Noodle says, Walmart is where Walmart is by competing for the dollar, not for the product. Yeah. Brenda Smith says, I did receive the suggestion email on a book I had listed. It recommended I drop the price extremely below the average sale price.
Yeah.
It's looking for you to be competitive so that you get higher placement. I mean, they don't care about your profit. They want the sale, because no matter if you make a profit or not, they're getting X amount off of the entire sale. So if you're breaking even, it doesn't matter to them. Their goal is to get you to get sales at even if it's lower than you want. Keith says, Paul, you better off asking Chris that question. I don't know who Chris is.
Is Chris's son?
I think so. Decent sales like a switch flipped on eBay Saturday. Etsy is awesome. I heard mixed reviews on Etsy. I hear they're having problems. I was reading on Value Added Resource. I think that's where it came from, that they're having some issues over there on Etsy. I'd have to pull up the article. Basket Noodle says, if the power is out, likely the post office is out, but eBay's not out. And if they don't see tracking information, then they are going to hold it against you. Now it's an and thing. So if your item is scanned late and it still arrives on time within the window they give the buyer, then you're not dinged for the late delivery. But if it's scanned late and it arrives to the buyer late, it's counting against you as a late, and you don't want that. Denda Cordipo, it says, I have a generator and can hotspot my phone. 4 to 8 inches expected for us tomorrow.
Oh,
wow.
My gosh. I do not envy any of you.
I'd take it for a day or two.
Okay, 1, maybe 2 days, but then I want it all gone.
Big Dre says, hello, John and Jen in chat. Heading out to the storage unit to pull a few orders. Still waiting for payment on one, and just got to return and offer a lowball and a question.
Boy, you got
that sums up my day. I get a lot of that.
It's busy.
I had a return where someone ordered a board for their, I think it's their furnace or whatever. No, this was for their treadmill. We get a lot of the different main boards and stuff. And this guy said, nope, INAD, this is not what was described in the listing. And he sent photos. And I compared those photos to what was in the listing. I said, this is the same exact board. What is he talking about? So what these people do is they buy the wrong thing, they screw up, they put the wrong model in, they grab the wrong thing, and then to get free return, I think I have free returns on this, so I don't know why they would have had to do this, but to put the blame on the seller versus, I screwed up, I grabbed the wrong board. The photos in my listing support what he got, so I don't know where he's coming from. Amazon seller 99 says, Amazon and Walmart sales are good last 4 days. eBay has been sort of okay. So you sell on Amazon and Walmart. That's outstanding.
Amazon seller, I mean, hello.
Yeah, but Amazon and Walmart. Yeah. Not all Amazon sellers sell on Walmart. Big Dre says, just been resting when I'm off work because of the flu, but back to work tomorrow.
Oh, I hope you feel
Save that
so
flu
much
for
better.
someone else. I don't want it.
Yeah, lock yourself away. I don't want anything.
Let's see. Callie Deb says, hi, everyone. I'm out and about, but wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for hanging out with us.
Enjoy. Be safe.
And MNBR Fisher says, hello, all. It's Bill from Beamy Resellers. Hey, Beamy. It's been a while.
Hello.
Yeah. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully everything's fine.
You got a new name then, huh?
Well, it's the handle. So, the handle's not always...
throwing me off.
Graham in Vegas says, hey, folks, starting at $3.19 at chipmunk speed. Don't worry, John. You don't sound like a chipmunk. You sound confident, like you know your stuff. So if I slow down, I'm a little.
Voice.
If I slow down, I'm a little less certain in what I'm saying. I guess it sounds like I'm drunk. Try to slow it down to 0.75. I actually did this. I slowed it when I was editing a video between. This is like 2 years ago when we did the Power Hour podcast with Josh Galt and myself. I was trying to find a certain spot to edit because there's something happened, like his internet went out or something. And so I was playing it at 0.75 speed, and listening to him and I go back and forth sounded like two guys drunk at the bar. Like, hey, Josh. It was comical. I had to listen for a little while. In it to flip it says, weird, I had that happen a few months ago. He bought it, then asked for a video of it working. I said it was already packed, and I would hold it for a day in case he wanted to cancel. He didn't. I sent it, and it was all fine. Yeah. It's like they're excited for it. Like, oh, I can't wait to get it. Can you try it for me? And, I want to see it working. No, you can just wait. I think it's your birthday, though.
No, it's not my birthday. January. The day that the eBay, what is it that's happening on my day?
Oh, for her birthday, she's treating everyone to higher promoted listing rates on your organic listings.
No, that is not for me. That's for sure.
Pico, Paul, best to get some feedback before committing. That's the other thing.
For sure.
So Keith says, I'm the boss, and believe me, I had to answer to myself a few times. Well, there's definitely some times that I've had to have a little conference with myself. Eric B, 152. I mean, Anthony Rendon still has a remote job. Maybe one day he'll get to reselling. He's well taken care of. He doesn't need to resell anything. I just hope that he has a conscience, and it's like, look, I've fleeced the angels for all these millions of dollars. It's time to just say I retire, cut a deal so the Angels can have that money back to spend on people who want to be there. Derek W. Pat, hello to all you beautiful people. Nice to see you, Derek.
Hello.
Devon says, I've had some okay sales this weekend, at least some sales.
Yes.
Some sales is better than no sales.
Yeah, are you back home? I thought you went to Montana for the holiday.
NMD,
That's
Mr.
Beamy.
That's Beamy. Okay, I'll just say Beamy. I've been here and been really busy with my job and have not been able to get on. Okay.
That's okay.
Well,
At
you're here
least
now.
Busy is good.
You're here now.
Yeah.
Brett says, I saw a seller from Japan selling my items with my photos. Items currently on my store now. I list for 32 to 35. He listed for 346. I called support and they removed the listings. A crazy price hike.
What the heck?
Wow. Well, I'm interested. And did you go in? You called, right? I think there's a way to report the seller as well on the listing. Eddie Reno says, I know a place where you can get that done easier, and it has all of the eBay categories now.
What
I
you
don't
were
know.
talking about earlier.
Oh, you're talking about the...
listing.
well, it's not quite the same. There's listing programs out there that use AI, but none will interface with just the sites that I'm dealing with. And so I would have to give a certain instruction set for this site and a different instruction set for that site on how to get to my, and I have to have, it has to be through the browser. I'm doing it through the Comet browser where I'm signed into these places. And it's not like I'm just uploading a bunch of photos and AI is figuring it out. It's actually taking that information where I don't have to do anything. Paul says, I never make it through a whole one early, middle morning, but plenty to go at.
No, can you
morning.
say that again?
You could say it.
Yeah, Devon, I never made it through a whole one early, mud morning, but plenty to go at.
What does that even mean, mud morning?
I don't know.
Okay.
Must
so
be...
I decided to put my own spin on the word mud morning.
Right, but it could have been so not what he was trying to say.
Or he could have fat fingered the U instead of the I. Right? Thank you very much.
I don't think so.
It's possible.
I think it's one of their sayings over there.
So you say that they have bad English. Is that what you're saying?
I say they have different English than
Shopping with Cheryl says, I work for myself and fully understand having a boss. That's a biot.
Yes. Oh, man.
I call that having a boss that's the pits. And anybody who has worked with us at Amtrak knows exactly what that means.
Oh, yeah.
She was the
She's
pits.
the epitome
She was the pits, literally the pits.
of the word bee. Her
She
picture
was
is
the
in
pits.
in the dictionary. She's a nasty woman. Nasty.
Spam says, aloha, late but listening to double speed to get caught up.
Oh, no.
I want to listen to your show on double
no.
speed.
Can you imagine?
I think what I'm going to do is do a live, well, not a live, but do a critique show of your live.
Oh, no.
And have it in like chipmunk mode, and we'll see.
We don't
Have a
do
rebuttal.
critiques of other people's channels.
Now-
That's not.
How did Beamy get here then? Beamy Resellers says, got my name fixed, so you know who we are now. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Big Dre says, my entire management has been replaced from top to bottom, and so far it's been really bad.
Oh.
But I'm not quitting. It's termination or retirement. I'm not jumping into this job
yeah.
market.
Yeah, no, just stay where you are if you
Yeah,
can.
that's the best advice that I can give. Even if you have a pits for a boss, you got to figure a way to make it work, and especially if it's providing with benefits and 401k and all that stuff that reselling doesn't come with. There's people who really don't care for their pay, what they're getting paid, but it's their benefits that they're there for.
Yeah.
You got to kind of just roll with it.
Yeah.
Beamy says our sales are up 9%. I love
Nice.
it because I remember talking to you before and your sales were kind of struggling. So I'm glad that your sales are up. Is there a reason? Is there something that you've done differently since then that is attributing to that? Let's see. Susan Shepard says, I'm so glad to finally get in on a live.
Aw.
Yesterday I finally listed a vintage Sony camcorder that I bought at a estate sale in May this year. I had to force myself to list it. Sold in less than 2 hours.
Wow.
And if you would have known,
Oh my gosh, I used to have a Sony camera.
if you would have known that it would have sold so quickly, I'm sure you would have been more motivated to get it listed.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us, we look at what we're selling, and I've been guilty of this too. I still am. I still have all those auto parts that I figure, you know what? It's something that I can get listed, but I'm just not, I can't say motivated because there's other things that I'm listing, but it's certainly not on the top of my list to list for that second account. And I think sometimes we look back and say, man, if I would have just listed this sooner, I would have received the money for this sooner. You know, we have like Bearded Picker. He's always coming across stuff sitting around where he's sitting that he's like, oh, I bought this at a yard sale months ago. I should get it listed. Yeah, got to get it listed and get that money.
Apparently, Paul did some life-saving measures over the weekend, and I'm kind of interested to hear what this story is.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the story, though.
I don't either. I just see a lot of sidebar convos. Keith says, yeah, Mounties and Devon, there is good money in e-waste. It's the best time, as e-waste is the fastest growing problem in the world. It's hard work. It has a lot of manual work, but well worth it in the return.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything more than the work that I'm putting in, I'm not interested in myself. But if it's profitable for you, keep doing it. In it to flip, it says I'm up 118% this year, but I wasn't putting effort in last year, and I started making big changes in November. So make those
Good.
changes count.
I'm glad that the changes that you did make were profitable.
Tommy Z says, dear favorite reselling couple, thank you for yet another live.
Hello,
well, thank you for being
Tommy.
here.
Thank you for being here.
You guys are awesome that you're here. I'm not even sure because I'm on the wrong screen.
So Friday we're probably not going to have a live, right?
It's gonna be
Gonna
tough.
be shopping.
It's gonna be tough. So here's the thing. This is
my
the time
favorite time of year.
We have our distractions coming into town, and these are different
Tomorrow.
distractions. These are our friends coming from Texas, coming from California. I think maybe one other location, but they're coming in. It's Cowboy Christmas time. I don't know. I don't want to have to give a list.
Oh.
And I'm picking up a good friend coming in from Texas tomorrow at the airport. And then after that, it's like every night we're going to be meeting for dinner. We're going to the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere
Yes,
on Thursday.
I'm so excited.
And we have Friday, we get together for breakfast. And I've told this story before, but we do it every year. We get together for breakfast. We argue over the bill. And then we give out names for a Secret Santa. We go to one of the locations. There's like 5 or 6 locations that have this, like their convention centers are full of vendors like Western wear and stuff, Western goods.
It's called Cowboy Christmas. Did you say that?
Yes,
already?
I did.
Okay.
And you buy for the person you have, and then you go back to dinner that night, meet up, and give your gift.
Yeah. It's my favorite time of year.
And
I love Cowboy Christmas.
I just don't know on Friday. We're still going to have to...
last year we couldn't.
We're going to have to get up for breakfast, come back, do our shipping, head over and buy some stuff, and then go to dinner.
Yeah.
And I just don't see how we're going to be able to have the live on Friday. So
yeah, it's not going to be possible. I mean, are we doing anything Saturday?
The guys want to get together and do some things on Saturday. So it's...
Well, then Monday it is.
We'll just have to skip. But, we'll be back on Monday. Gail, nice to see you, Gail. Says hi to John and Jenna and FA family.
Hello, Gail.
Let's see. Some sidebar convos. Graham in Vegas says, thanks for the advice last week in shipping. I changed to one-day handling and had 13 sales. Wow. While my wife and I visited Salt Lake City, only one sale still had same-day shipping with no complaints.
That's amazing, Graham.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're gone, give yourself extra time. Like the advice that was given earlier. If you have a snowstorm coming into your town, why would you put yourself in that position? Even though, yes, eBay wants you to do same day, give yourself an extra day or two until that clears up. Because, it's part of protecting your account health. If you're not doing it, eBay's not going to care if you call them up saying, hey, I had an outage due to a snowstorm and I couldn't mail them. They're going to be like, sorry, I can't do anything for you.
Keith's mom's birthday is the same as mine.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's why I love you so much, Keith.
Let's see. Bootleg Craig says, I found
Is that Craig Winans?
I think so. I found a $30,000 Joan Miro.
What is that?
1950 lithograph at a garage sale on Saturday.
$30,000.
Now, how do we know it's not bootleg though? Because Craig,
You're stupid.
Got to consider the source. Basket says, a Black Friday Best Buy TV, 2 HP laptops, $32.50 to the wife's niece to pay for half a car.
Wow, very generous. Look at you.
Well, okay.
Uh-oh.
I hope you let us know when to expect the laptops to arrive so that we don't get bombarded. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Who's this? Who's?
Basket Noodle says Hewlett Packard had a kick ace deal on a laptop. I'm sure there's still good deals.
I bet.
What I've noticed is the Black Friday deals are always the best, and then the Cyber Monday deals are kind of okay, but they're not as good as the deals you missed out on. There's a site that I go on to. It's called dealcatcher.com.
That's what I was trying to look up over the weekend, and I forgot what the name of it was.
And what they do is they browse the internet to figure out the best deals, and then they
Bootleg
put
is not him, so it's a different Craig.
Okay. So they figure out where the best deals are, and then they put it out on their page so you can, save yourself some time. So if you're still shopping right now, Cyber Monday, go check out dealcatcher.com. No affiliation to the channel.
Yeah.
Jovis says, shout out to our hero, Paul Rose, who, from what I believe, saved someone's life.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. What happened? Did you really save somebody's life for real? I want to know.
Mike G says sales have been decent this week, down 15% compared to last year for fourth quarter so far. So what I want to do, and I don't know what Wednesday's going to look like. So we have like our distractions in town. I think every night almost this week we're going to be going to dinner and stuff. So it's one of those things where they might say, hey, meet us at dinner at like 6 o'clock. If that happens, then maybe we can do our normal time, maybe on Wednesday, to do a members only. I'd love, if you're willing to come hang out with us, Mike, I'd love to just kind of do a deep dive and try to figure it out with you. I'm sure you've already tried to figure it out, but you know what? What's another pair of eyes? Derek says, just sold one of the 2 Sleep Number bed remotes for $189. Cost
Wow.
of goods $1 each.
Yes.
Well, that certainly is a bolo.
Yeah,
It absolutely is a bolo, and there's many remotes that you can buy, especially the OEM ones, the ones from not the third-party knockoffs. Those do fairly well on those, but actually I have a couple third-party ones that I need to list, but I'll still make like 50 or 60
what are you doing? Sitting around? They can be making money.
Yeah, I'm just sitting around doing nothing and
Yeah.
sleeping in and all the things, right? Watching little Love Island and
I love it. Island's not on right now.
Hill Valley Vintage says, John, I agree with you about not being home. I went to Vegas for 5 days and normally have a 1-day handling time. I changed it to 3 days and made a whole 2 sales with just 3 offers. Oh. You're gonna make technically you're gonna make fewer sales because it is one of the things. Your handling time is one of the things that eBay calculates in your account health. So if you go to same day, you're going to get more sales. If you go to 2, 3, 4 days handling, eBay's going to kind of push it down a little bit, but you'll still get sales. Maybe just not at the same velocity. When I got back on Friday, I switched my handling back to 1 day and made 11 sales. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. See,
Wait.
Basket, you can read it. Basket says eBay doesn't suppress, but they do downrank. Amazon, on the other hand, will surface product. eBay only has 2 server farms. Kind of hard to do that.
I think that Paul has saved somebody's life. Maybe they were drowning.
Now, I'm sure this is pigeon on the porch or piggin on the porch. What are we
Pig
going?
on the porch.
Pig on the porch. Pigeon, pig on the porch. What are we going to do about AI-generated photos of the stuff we sell broken? How can we tell what is good photo versus bad? At this point, and this is something everyone's going to have to consider, if the story the buyer is telling you, like, hey, I got it and it's shattered, here it is, okay? Now, if they present a photo that shows, let's say, your coffee mug, and it shows...
I think they put it in the Discord.
Okay, but let me finish.
Okay.
If it shows your coffee mug on a table and you have like little pieces of it on the table, how did the pieces get on the table? If it broke in the box, the little pieces would be in the box, right?
Is this Daisy?
So like the doll with a crack in the face. Yeah. I don't know. You could show it if you want.
Yeah. Well.
The doll with the crack in the face.
Well, you can't see it.
So.
You can see that though. See
so
that?
you have a porcelain doll. There's a crack in the face.
Oh my gosh.
It could be AI, right? And I think we need to not be so easy to offer a partial refund because, okay, the buyer wants to show us that there's damage. They should be open to returning it then. So if you say, okay, I'm sorry, I can certainly accept a return. If they push back, now your question in your mind should be, why do they want to keep it? Why would they want this item for any price? So why would sending them 50% of their money back make it better if it's this broken or damaged? You have to figure out, how well did I package it? The first question that I ask the buyer is, because the buyer's not thinking on this level yet, was there damage to the box? And can you show me the damage to the box? And most of the time, it's no, there was no damage to the box. So if you packaged it well, and I'm not talking about, an item that is 10 inches and you put it in a 12-inch box and left maybe 1 inch of padding. I'm talking about you provided at least 5 inches on each side full of padding for something like that. Then that's not going to show up in that condition. Maybe ask them, can you take a photo of it with like a date? Because AI doesn't replicate numbers very good. Something like that. But even then, I would be just like, I'm sorry for that this happened to you. Go ahead and open a return, and we'll accept the return. And just like this guy who hit me up, and he might have used AI for that return, they're going to go away if they know that their gig is up. Maybe it's a box in a box in a box.
Yeah, a box in a box in a box.
Yep.
I like to do that sometimes.
Sometimes double boxing is a selling point. You know, you could tell
I like to do that with Christmas gifts. If it's like a really small item, but it's special, like a necklace or something, I like to put it in a box, and another box, and another box, and then wrap that box.
Let's see. Hill Valley Vintage was listening every day during that time.
Oh, yeah.
Basket says, I suppose that may have changed, but as of 2 years ago, thereabouts, I looked to see if eBay suppressed using NordVPN in a small program I wrote. Interesting. Trying to get past some of the sidebar convo. Basket says, so say I wanted to also buy records. Guess what? I just spent all that. I can forgo the records for the $1.
Oh, okay. I see. I get it.
What do you get?
Paul saved someone's life.
How?
Well, they posted on Facebook saying they were done with life, and he was able to talk her off a ledge.
Wow.
That's
awesome.
That's really amazing, because you just never, because as much as we love the holidays and we, want to be grateful and thankful for all the things and the people that we have in our lives, for some people, the holidays are the hardest part of the year. And, it brings out, different characteristics and emotions in people, and you just never know what's going on the other side.
So Clean Out Deals has a question. John, do you think that the traffic directed to your store is based off of what store plan you have?
Never heard that.
I mean, it's something that I've thought about. You know, the higher the store subscription you have gives you more listings, but does eBay somehow feel like they need to provide more value in more sales? As far as, then you introduce promoted stores, right? So then I think of more of a niche store. So I think maybe there's a higher impact if you have a niche store and you use the promoted stores thing, but I don't think there's any link between what store size you have versus, how much exposure your store gets. I think with promoted listings, it's really just individual listing based more than anything else. Let's see. A little more sidebar. Keith says, John, I meant Chris as in Car Boot Chris, which is another channel and Paul and I watch here in the UK. Yeah, I'm honest when I tell you, I just don't do a lot of watching on YouTube. You can get so lost in some of the content that's out there that, by the time you're done, you just have nothing accomplished. And so for me, I'm trying to have even more focused, and 2026 is going to be the year of growth for me. So I have the room. That's not something that's going to hold me back in 2026. I need to maximize what we all have a limited amount of, and that's time. How do I maximize my time? And finding ways to integrate AI into that process. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but if I can save 2 hours a week, that doesn't seem like a lot, but 2 hours a week, maybe 3 hours a week, depending on how many items I'm dealing with, where I'm not creating the drafts and having AI do it, that's going to save me time where I can get more things listed. That's sort of the goal here, because 200,000 is not happening. Now, this is a combined 200,000 in sales between the two accounts. It isn't happening this year, but another return. I love it. It's not happening this year, but it's certainly, based on what I'm seeing from this year, it's certainly within reach. So that's something that I'm trying to work on. Let's see. Mom of two minis, and I'm sure that's Anissa, says, hi guys, hit the like and got $200 big girl underwear sale. Look out, Beard, I'm coming for you. Are you serious about the big girl underwear, or are you really just poking fun at Beard? Basket says, geez, years ago my wife had brain aneurysm surgery, and that day was so windy, light poles were coming down in the hospital parking lot. I hope you're joking about that. And if you're not, I hope she's doing okay. Peter Kornichuk says, not sure if you have answered this before. What kind of photo booth do you recommend or use? I've created... See, look, I am a very, very resourceful person. So I ended up picking up the local liquidation place that I go to. They sell individual liquidation pieces. I bought a couple of those stand-up desks that you plug in and you can adjust the height. And I have them butted together. And I took the PVC roll. It's a PVC roll. It's like a 36 wide, and it's like a 50-foot roll. So I cut off what I need, and I just put it over there. Put it over the area. I have good lighting, and if with liquidation, sometimes you put stuff on there that's dirty or has like parts falling off, and the white can get kind of nasty. So you clean it up. The PVC cleans up really well. And if after a while, like I get tears in it, I'll just put another layer of new sheet on there. And that's kind of what works for me. I'm out in the garage. I have a place for it. I was thinking about over here next to my printer, I have room. I could actually go get a light box. I'm sure they have them on Amazon now that you mentioned it. Probably going to look to see if I can get a deal on it. But maybe it depends on what you're selling. If you're selling jewelry, a 12 by 12 by 12 box that has lighting on it, you might be able to get it for $25-$30. Will do the trick. But if you sell larger things, then I think you probably need like a 36 by 36 light box. So like one I'm looking at, the 12 by 12, it's on an Amazon Cyber Monday sale for $25. So if we go over here and take a look at some of these light boxes, you can get some deals right now. And some of them are quite expensive. A 39 by 39, you could put a guitar in there. I don't need anything that big for in here, but maybe a 24 by 24. So when I do my parts in the second account, I don't have to be out there. I can be in here. So that would save some time for me. Basket says, when she was deemed okay, I went home, fed the dog, still had my own house, and the town was blocked off with fallen trees all over the place. So you are serious. So hopefully she's doing okay. Graham says, John, you're so right. When I listen at 1.75 speed and catch up, you both sound drunk. But I'm an Uber driver in Vegas, so that describes about 75% of my clients on the weekend. But you don't have to worry about me barfing in your back seat. So I hope, that's the one thing that always kept me from doing the driving gig, driving passengers, is, especially in Vegas, you're dealing with people that are drunk out of their minds sometimes. And I don't want to be dealing with all that. Paul says, John and Jenna, did you get the Wizard of Oz? Yeah, get to see the Wizard of Oz? No, that's on Thursday. We go see on Thursday. My bowling league takes off on Thanksgiving and the week after Thanksgiving. I don't know why. So we don't have bowling that night. So we're like, okay, we'll pay the $170 a ticket to go see. Now that was on the cheap side. Some of these tickets are a lot more expensive, but I don't think you have a bad seat in the house over there at the Sphere. Steven's Bargain Barn. In my opinion, you get the better deals after Christmas, after people receive their gift and return it and get what they want, especially a couple weeks after Christmas. They do have a lot of sales, like after Christmas sales. But from what I've seen, Black Friday is the best time of year to buy. And there are still some stores that are offering Black Friday deals, even though it's no longer Friday. They've kind of extended them. So I think if you go to a site like dealcatcher.com, you can find that out. Devon says, Jenna, I never went to Montana. Too cold. We got a local Airbnb over Thanksgiving. Montana lows of -6 degrees. Wow. Watch LDN is with us. Nice to see you. Watch LDN. And our mailman's here, so apologize for that. Power Corrupt says, Mud Morning. Oh, that's coffee. Paul says, yeah, we all have had someone once order for me before I'd even shipped it. He listed it with my photos for 5 times the price. I kept an eye on it, and he got his price. My thing is, look, if I'm getting what I want, it's no different than going to a yard sale and saying, well, you take $5 for this and you get it for $5 and then you sell it for 30 and you're talking to your buddy like, I just listed this and it sold for 30 like right away, and maybe the person at the yard sale or flea market overhears it, they're getting kind of pissed off because, you know, they want more of that. You can't get too caught up into what someone's doing with your item. I know, like, for instance, someone might be using your photo. It's irritating, right? But they're the ones that are going to get an INAD if they're selling a different one of those things. If they are drop shipping your item, well, you know what? That's on them. That's on their account. If you're getting what you're happy with, and what you're happy with is what you have it listed as, or what you take an offer for, I don't care what. They can light it on fire for all I care, because that item means really nothing to me. And if, you know, it's not like they're in competition with you, because if they're marking your item up by like 10% or 10x, then you're really not competing with them. The clientele that person has is not looking at eBay for your $30, $40 item. Paul says, hate to say it, Jenna, but John was right. I mean, I wish he was here to hear that. It was a fat-fingered you, or autocorrect, mid-morning. Mud morning doesn't sound as good. LOL. Mike G says, tomorrow my garage will start getting a new look, insulating and putting walls in throughout. In 2 weeks, I'll have over 1,000 square feet of eBay space. Home will be free of eBay clutter. I'm sure you'll like that a lot better if you can maximize the space in your garage. I can't tell you how happy I am. Oh, I got a sale. I have my ringer off, though. Can't tell you how happy I am to have more space to work with. And really, it's just a matter of getting those large racks that you get at, like, you can get them at Costco, you can get them at Home Depot. We got ours at Sam's, and it's getting those big, huge racks that I had picked up for the storage unit, and getting them situated in the garage has been a game changer for us.
Oh, can you put our email address in there?
Yeah.
For Jackie?
Yep. So our email is flippinainteasy2020@gmail.com. I put that also in the chat. So hopefully you get that okay.
There you go.
The Crazy Card says, hi, Dork. You know who you are.
Well, it's not us.
I've been called worse.
Yeah.
Duncan says, I got to race up and post orders back soon. No talking about me. All right, let's all talk about Duncan now.
Whatever, Creeper. Okay, so it's for Anissa.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go down
That's
here.
funny.
I'm just trying to get... There's a lot of sidebar action going on. Devon says, my son will be back 14 days from Italy.
Italy? How fun!
So, is there anything that he can pick up for you?
Ooh.
Maybe that has some value to resell, I guess. Maybe some small things. You can get a lot of it. I don't know. Just giving you ideas. Basket says, those shelves fit everything. Video games, we have 14 of them. Wow. And
How
then,
many do we
and
have?
this has sold 3 VHSs over the weekend. That was different.
3 VHSs?
VHS
Yeah, that's different.
tapes or machines. Keith says, John, Jenna, it's fine to miss a live. We understand you have a real life outside of YouTube.
Yeah, especially in the
I
holidays.
think on a small level, we feel like we're letting you guys down when
Yeah.
we're not here. You know, it's like we enjoy doing it. Don't get us wrong, and we're not doing it because we feel like we have to. We just feel like there's a number of folks that are listening right now that kind of count on us, you know, having the show, and it.
Rhonda,
sucks.
you really should come out here for Cowboy Christmas. You would
it's crazy.
love it.
It's crazy.
It is wild.
They have NFR, National Finals of Rodeo, out here for the whole, that's like a 2-week ordeal.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It's so much fun.
Craig Winans, bootleg is not me, LOL. Sorry.
Oh, I'm the reseller mom. Keith said.
It's YouTube's fault. They're throwing us off here.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this going to be a permanent thing? Like, I feel like they keep going back and forth.
Chaos for Hire says, I got some great inventory during Black Friday sales. Most of the items I can make $15 profit per item.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, the items right now, you find we're not able to compete with. Like some of the electronics, a lot of the electronic items that we have for sale, I know those aren't going to go anytime soon until a lot of these sales are over with, because even at my used price, it's close to the new price that people are getting, are buying, like at Amazon and Walmart. But if you're able to get a great deal and then flip it later when these sales are no longer happening, then something to consider. If you get it cheap enough, though. Jody says, yes, HP had great Black Friday sales. I got a new laptop, same specs as my 5-year-old one that's slowly dying, but paid $300 less.
Nice.
That's a good time right now, guys. I mean, you might have missed some of the Black Friday sales, but I'm sure there's some places like Best Buy that have some great deals. Go to that site I told you about. If you're looking for a new computer, get one now.
Dealcatcher?
Dealcatcher.com. Let's see. Chaos for Hire says, when I was in Vegas back in late February, I turned off sales because the last time I turned on time away, people did not read my time away message and was asking when I was going to ship their item. And what Mike Camparelli did, or he does every time he comes out this way to visit, he's gone for a week or two at a time. He'll message the buyer and say, hey, just to give you a reminder that, eBay will tell the buyer, like, here's the range of dates to expect it, and it'll calculate that based on your handling time. Well, he was proactive, reached out, and I think all but one person was okay with it.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to do it, and that way there's no surprises. Flipping from the trailers says, hey guys, how's everyone? Nice to see you flipping from the trailer. We're doing fine. Paul says, not that dramatic really. So you kind of mentioned that earlier. Yeah. Craig says, been on for a little while. My personal trainer at LA Fitness busted my butt today. Almost 100% back walking and a range of rotator cuff back from last year's stroke. Okay. Oh no. But hey, you're getting better. That's good.
Yes, getting better is a positive thing.
I thought you were saying you're almost 100% back walking from what the trainer did to you, but no, no. But you're doing better. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's really good.
Basket Noodle says, you can also ask for multiple photos with a tangible background. AI isn't real good at repeating backgrounds exacting yet. Right. So you say, can you take a different angle of that? And you might see like all the different pieces that are on the table are like laid out differently or not the same break. Mm-hmm. So people aren't slick as they think they are. Yeah. DRC Flippin says, I tried to get ChatGPT to make it look like the item broke. Said that it was unable to create a picture, but it could describe what it may look like if broke. I don't know if it's Nano Banana or if it's Nano Banana. Nano Banana. It's a photo AI photo editor and photo creator put out by Google. I don't know what they charge, but a lot of people swear by it. I think you can use a program like that and get better results. Derek says, I just apologize. Then I tell them to send it back so I can give them a full refund and that I don't do partial refunds. Never had any issues yet. Yeah. And you probably won't. You might run in, if you sell enough, you'll run into a few. But it's a very, very small percentage of our overall sales, and it's not worth getting kind of upset and bothered by. Just move on from it. Yeah. And like that thing I did on Saturday when I did the live, look, there's some things that I'll do that I wouldn't do if I didn't have a channel. And one is interacting with buyers, having the conversations. I still would have had a conversation with this person, don't get me wrong, but maybe not to the level that I had on the live. Shopping with Cheryl says, I'm wondering if more images helps the item rank higher. It absolutely does. Mm-hmm. I mean, that email message that eBay's putting out, hey, your item's stale. Have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done that? One of the things is, have you added 7 or more photos? There's a reason why they up their photos from 12 to 24 in a listing, because they want you to use them. Now, it may not make sense to us. We have an item that, like a CD, that, okay, on the front side, I'll take a photo. On the back side, I'll take a photo. But if you want to separate yourself from the competition in eBay's eyes, and we got to stop looking at it from what makes sense to us. We've got to start looking at what eBay wants us to do. Maybe finding a way to do 4 or 5. So maybe a photo from the side showing the spine of the CD with the title and all that. Maybe it opened with the CD showing inside. Maybe the actual CD itself on both sides. It sounds redundant. It's going to slow you down, and you don't have to do that. But what I'm saying is that's what eBay wants you to do. Basket says, be that on a table or living room floor. All AI image tools are not focused on exacting background images. Yeah. Let's see. Craig says, just keep doing little things to get the nerves to start working right again, and take it slow. Don't overexert.
Yeah, don't overexert.
You know, without your health, you can't resell. Without your health, you're not going to be... That's the number one upgrade you can do, is to get yourself in a better condition to be able to do all the things that is going to help you build your store.
Well, not just your store.
Well,
but
your health
longer.
allows you to do these things. Your
Well, yeah.
health, I mean, if you're feeling crummy every day, you're not going to put that extra effort in. That might explain it. If you're feeling crummy every day, you're not going to put the extra effort in. You're going to do the bare minimum. You're going to go in and say, okay, I did 5 yesterday. I'll do 5 today, and I'll just go and just relax. You know, if you're feeling good, you're like, I just knocked out 5. I can do another 5 more. And it's a huge difference. And this is serious about the underwear sale. So
She
she
got an underwear?
big girl panty sale.
Big booty Judy sale?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good.
Basket says, no joke. Yes, she pulled through fine. The brain surgeon was amazing and even brought me in to see his work because I found it fascinating.
Wait, what happened?
His
Did
wife
his
had
wife have a brain surgery?
aneurysm. Well, not recently, but he was referring to a time when it happened.
Oh my
Shopping with Cheryl says, I have a 3x3 photo booth with lights, and it keeps it clean and it dust free. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to get something similar. I might buy it tonight, now that I know that tonight's the last night to get a deal. The aneurysm was detected by accident by a radiologist looking over her MS brain scan MRI images. 2 weeks later, she was having brain surgery. Had the aneurysm broke, it would have been fatal.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's no good.
Thank God that they did accidentally catch it. So scary.
As Basket says, Black Friday deals were insane. Anybody notice the interactive Roku TV ads? Walmart?
I don't ever see TV ads, so I don't know.
Jackie says, John and Jenna, what is your email address again? Okay, we gave you that.
Yep.
It's in the chat. That's what's coming yet. Very targeted. I think he's talking about the laptop he's sending me. Let's see.
Or me.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Crazy Card is talking to me. Okay. Samantha Hunter. Hi, John, Jen, and chat. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving day. Have a good Q4 too. I'll rewatch the video later. I left you a thumbs up. Bye. Yes.
Aw.
Well, thank you for being here, checking in, and hit that thumbs up. Get your sale within the next 24 hours. I don't know how or why it works. We just put the good karma out there for you guys to get the sale. Bring that food back from Italy. I don't know if I bring. Well, maybe like the jarred sauces or something like that, right?
Or the
I don't know if I bring bread or anything.
uncooked noodles. I mean, I don't know.
Graham in Vegas says, I bought 4 Rebby 48 by 24 by 74 inch shelves for my garage. I'm excited to not have my boxes stacked on each other.
Oh,
you will notice.
You will be so thankful you did that.
I mean, I've noticed right now that it's like I can double. If I really wanted to, I can double our inventory.
I have a feeling that he will come January, February.
John Elishat says, hi, John and Jenna. I hope all is good. This is my first year on eBay, and I just recently became a top-rated seller. Awesome.
Yes!
Yeah, to keep your sanity, you got to think of it as a game. You know, you have the rules of the game. eBay puts the rules out there. We may not like the rules. You may hate free parking on Monopoly, but it's there. You utilize the rules that you have. Do you buy hotels when you have a chance to buy hotels or houses? Well, that's up to you. But the rules are out there, and it's for us, each and every one of us, to figure out what strategy we're going to, to use to maximize those rules in our favor. And I think sometimes just basic eBay 101 isn't enough. I think a lot of us want it to be that easy, but on its face, reselling is easy. But if you have a lot of competition, you need to be willing to do other things and get out of your comfort zone to do it. It may not be comfortable to spend an extra 3% on final value fees, but if it may not be comfortable to do same day shipping. But if that's what eBay wants you to do and it's going to help you get more sales, then I would say you should consider it.
John's son is studying abroad for 1 semester.
What's her
That's
name?
what. Huh?
What's her name? Oh. Oh, sorry. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
So dumb.
Let's see. MS Unite's basket says every 4 hours drive my house, run it for an hour with candlelight and read, then go back to her house which had power every damn day for 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what that was. Mike says, I heard that if you click the like button, you'll get a sale in the next 24 hours. I think I'll try it.
I think you should try it.
I think that's a good idea. Thanks for bringing that up.
Speaking of, thank you for reminding
Christopher Nutter. Nice to see you, Christopher
me.
Nutter.
Hello, Christopher.
Let's see. Grams and Pops. Grams, I think our recent guy that ordered a helicopter used Nano Banana to fake damage, asked for pictures of the box and got crickets.
Oh,
Yep.
God, I hate that.
I just really think
boils
with AI,
my blood.
with AI, this is a tool that buyers can use to hurt a seller. I think that's going to limit, at least for me, limit the number of partials that I do when someone shows me a photo. If I then, some people might say you're wasting your time, don't interact with the buyer. I think, to me, there's a number of reasons why. But to ask further questions, like, can you give me a photo of the boxes? There's nothing wrong with that if you're considering doing a partial refund. But if they're not able to provide you with enough evidence that makes you feel okay about giving the partial, don't give it. Don't make the buyer make you feel like you have to do that. Derek W. Pat, I'm slowly working on my health. It sucks waking up and feeling like crap, and then it takes you about an hour to get going. Oh, I know. Especially when you didn't get a good night's sleep the night before. There's been times I've done that as well.
Yeah. And it always seems to be right the day before you're supposed to be doing something like golfing or, remember, we both couldn't sleep the night before.
Edit to Flip says, John speaks the truth about weight. I have lost almost 60 pounds in the last year. The energy level change is incredible. I mean, I don't do anything different. I'm the last person to sit up here and tell you guys to, like, take care of your weight and stuff because I don't do the diets. I don't change the diet like I probably should. I changed my behavior when it comes to that stuff. So I'm not eating late at night. 6 to 7 is as late as I'm eating in the evening.
And that is even late.
I get up at 8, and by 9 o'clock, my stomach is growling and it wants to eat. I'm hungry. I push myself till 11 o'clock before I eat my first meal. And I believe, another cell hit, I believe that has really helped me, not necessarily lose a lot of weight, but at least not get fat, because I eat not very well. I don't eat very well. I don't know if that's ever going to change. Ender Flip says, what? I'm looking for a new Roku TV. What was the deal? Go do a search. Like that site I gave you guys. Go check that one out.
Yeah, dealcatcher.com.
Yeah.
We've bought a lot.
We found a lot of good deals.
Not this year, but in previous years, we bought a lot of our Christmas gifts for the kids and the grandkids from there.
Derek W. Pat's been working on fasting. Not easy for someone who loves eating Mexican food every day.
Oh my God, I love Mexican food. It's my favorite.
What they call what I do every day is intermittent fasting. So I have a 7 to 8 hour window where it's okay, and a 14 to 16 hour window where I just don't eat.
Yeah.
I drink water, but that's pretty much it. Vasquez is Black Friday. That is what is coming to streaming media. Targeted hard goods deals, AI driven. TV is the next cell phone per se. Mm-hmm. Mike G says eBay rep went through my listings and told me that I should get more photos on a handful. Pretty much all my low dollar or simple listings, even though it wasn't worth it, I upped them from 4 to 7. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's worth it, and for a lot of you volume sellers who use like the AI software and maybe run only 2 photos. You're doing it to save time, but don't you want more out of your efforts?
What the fuck is happening?
What was
Thank
that?
you, Devon.
Someone wanted to help clean their toilet bowl. I guess they got the wrong channel.
The heck? Thank you, Devon.
So yeah, it's something everyone has to figure out doing, but honestly, there is a benefit of doing it. If you're trying to increase your sales, then it's certainly something to do. John, I was going to say the same thing. I used to study abroad at the pub.
So lame.
No one's giving out names, though. I didn't want to put the name with the face. Graham says, I'm sure Jenna just committed elder or aging adult abuse.
Yes, I did, considering he's 52.
Yes, thank you. There's a silver hair stinker in here bragging. He skipped out on us this morning, LOL. Where is he at?
Where is he? I haven't seen him.
There he is. Cha-ching.
Oh, look at there.
There's Todd.
Hello, Todd.
Getting his sales like usual. Yeah, Nissa, she is good. Just getting the trade back to stay with us after being with Gwen's brother. That's his wife. Flipping to the trailer says, I stopped drinking soda and beer and lost 35 pounds.
Hey, beer will really do it.
We drink, this is crazy. We drink the zero, like Dr. Peppers and stuff, but I ain't cutting back on the full-blown cheesecake or pumpkin pie. That's...
Have you eaten any of that pumpkin pie that's in there?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I just haven't had it today.
I don't want it sitting in the fridge.
It's not going to be there long. It's going to have maybe another piece
Your
or two
hat's
taken. Every time I wear a hat, it's crooked. What's wrong with you? Duncan says John doesn't eat very well. He needs more KFC.
No, he does not.
You can do it!
He needs less KFC.
Mike G says report was
What
stale
the-
listings over 90.
What's happening?
Who is this? Is this a different
Thank
person?
you, Duncan. Yeah.
The Al Nasari Mahmoud. Life is Short says
No, it
report
was somebody
stale
else.
listings over 90 days. Photos max title now, I believe. Ad rates are on there. In my opinion, algorithms are maddening. Is that who? White Bob? Someone needs to like knock off White Bob, by the way.
They already did. Devon and
He ain't wrong though.
Dunk. I will punch you.
Let's see. I blocked his dumb butt. Yes, please.
Good.
Don't just time him out. Get rid of him.
Good.
AI software, the clothing that makes you feel ever so electric and eclectic all at the same time. You just said that to throw me off.
Oh my
Scammers have zero chance in this show. No.
That's true.
Andy says, now I get it, Jenna. You can dress him up, but can't take him anywhere.
That's very true.
Graham says, those aren't good for you as they have aspartame in them. Better
Yeah.
to drink real Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
I don't.
It's
drink
bad to
them
have all the
very
sugar.
often.
It's bad to have all the other crap, right? It is what it is. I just keep it at a minimum. I don't drink it all day. I drink one with my lunch, one with my dinner. Maybe that's too much. Well done, Monsters. He's persistent. What an a-hole.
Yeah.
This
they're-
is John. This is John. I'm waiting. I got rid of them. Yes. Thank you.
job.
I appreciate it. Duncan says, John, speak in French, John. That will scare the bots. Expedition-moi.
Wow. Trolls be gone. Good job, Duncan and Devon.
Here's what I want to do.
Anyone else who caught him.
I'm going out on a limb here because
Oh, God.
I'm going out on a limb here because I believe that they're still giving the free months. I'll talk to them into allowing it to happen. If you sign up for Tree Cat, and I want to give a shirt and a hat away. So I'm going to play the promo. Get your numbers in between 1 and 300 in the chat, and we'll come back to pick a winner.
Right now?
Well, when do you want to do it? Tomorrow?
Oh.
We'll do it right now. We'll do it live.
I didn't realize what time it was.
We'll do it live. What time is it? 4:38? We'll do it. We have a few more people commenting in here. We'll do it live. 1 to 300, guys. Here's the promo. You hear us talk about TreeCat a lot on this channel. And yes, it's a cross-listing tool. They support eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. They just added Whatnot. So many features, like how about the ability to end your items if it sells on another platform? How about scheduled relist? So, even eBay doesn't offer that, where you can schedule an item to relist every so many days, weeks, or whatever it is. How about the ability to have a library of your listings, where eBay only keeps your listing 90 days. TreeCat will keep your listings and your photos indefinitely. So they're adding new features all the time. And the cool thing right now, guys, is between now and the end of October, if you use my code FAE, you will get 2 months for free. That's right, 2 months for free. the cool thing is, if you decide to stay with Tree Cat, which I think you will, you only pay as you sell. So if you don't make many sales, you're not going to pay much. There's no monthly fees. There's no sign-up fees or anything like that. But use my code FAE to get 2 months for free. What are you waiting for? So thank you to the mods for getting rid of the craziness. That's just nuts. So
This is ridiculous.
so we have the tool here. Let's get it going. Well, I'll wait about another 10 seconds because I do know that you guys are on a delay. So get your numbers in. And before we run the numbers, let's see what else we have. Jovi says, John and Jenna, and those who fast, don't already know, read up on autophagy while fasting. Game changer.
Autophagy?
Phagy? That's crazy. Graham says, I quit soda 3 weeks ago and now drink flavored water.
Yeah, we like the ice drinks.
No, those are good.
Those are sugar free and they're just flavored carbonated
SCG
water.
Collectibles. LOL, I just read the message. John, you're naughty. Jenna, slap him for that comment. What? Mods are
That's
supposed
what
to
I'm
look at
saying.
the message. Craig says, Duncan the Troll Hunter, 2 sniped already. Yes.
Yes.
White Bob is the future of man crimed. Popping and Frog, how come you don't hit up the bins instead of buying pallets? I've done both
Because
and
the
tend to
bins
make...
is trash.
Okay, before you draw the number, I'll answer that. It's a war zone in the Vegas bins. There's like a group of people who work together, and it is hard to get stuff in there because your elbows in. I mean, you can ask Mike Camparelli; he's been there.
Yeah.
This is not your bins like there's a bins like I think in St. Louis that's like wide open, right?
Yeah, those are the ones
Those are
other
good
than
bins.
Vegas. Those are great. I mean, you don't have people hitting you and ramming you with carts. I mean, it is a literal war zone, and it's so disgusting.
The Popping Frog, I haven't bought a pallet since May. I buy individual liquidation. I have a couple sites, 2-3 sites here in Vegas that I go by individual liquidation. And I don't have to deal with pallets right now. Pallets are plan B. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and run this number. Good luck to all of you who have their number in. And we'll end with Mike Metco. Here we go. 282.
282.
282 is the number.
All right.
There it is. 282. That is our number. And good luck. If you are the winner, send me an email at flippinainteasy2020@gmail.com. Let's see what other comments we have. Skullcracker says, I just sold a bunch of cheap items to one buyer, then they messaged with a bunch of questions. Now thinking about the potential of 15 negative feedbacks from one difficult buyer who didn't spend much.
Wait,
I don't
what's the
think,
number again?
even if your buyer leaves 15 negatives, I think it's only weighted as one feedback from that. It's negative feedback from different individual buyers. At this point, though, just give the best customer service you can. Don't give them any reason to leave a negative. Yeah, you might have to deal with a return if it's not what they wanted or something's wrong with it. But I think that if they know they're dealing with a person that seems to give a crap about their situation, unless they're set out to leave you a negative, they probably won't. Mike G says, real sugar Pepsi's still bad, but it's not high fructose. Yeah, it's too sweet now. I'm going back to that. Who do we got?
Wait, what's the number? 282?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's SCG Collectibles.
Besides the sugar substitutes, diet soda is still bad because it gives you a false sense of saving calories, so you end up eating more. Interesting. So,
All right, so the winner is 277 SCG Collectibles.
SCG
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Send us an email to flippinainteasy2020@gmail.com and make sure you send us your address and your shirt size, please.
It's in the chat there.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Trolls are forbidden. Yes, we don't like trolls. We don't want any more. We've done really well not getting them. So
Yeah, today's a very weird day because for us to have 3 already, that's weird.
Basketball says hitting and ramming with carts is one of the best ways to meet women in any store. Yeah.
Oh no, nuh-uh, it's not the way. Let me tell you, because that woman almost got knocked across the bin store.
Vegas bins are horrible. Poppin'
Yes.
Frogs says my bins can get hectic, but I do MMA, so no one else messes with me. If they notice my cauliflower ears, I've had bad luck with pallets. Lost money buying from via trading. But
Oh,
see,
don't do via
look,
trading.
the thing is, Via, I don't know if you guys knew this, but a couple years ago, Via sent us a free pallet. Wanted us to go to their facility and all this. When they saw the honest video review we did, that was it.
Yep.
I mean, they thought that we were going to leave a great review. It's my assessment that 90 to 95% of pallets aren't worth reselling. There might be a good item in there, right, or two, but the other items zap all the value from it. So if you pay $1,000 for a pallet that might have, say, $10,000 MSRP in it, you might only get $2,000 out of it in resale value, which after fees and your time and headache, it's not worth it. I've learned a lot of this over the years, and I am very, very careful when it comes to pallets. I deal with pallets that aren't manifested. I deal with pallets that are manifested, and I am very, very careful and selective in every case. If I need to go back to pallets, let's say liquidation, some of these sites I go to are they slow down, then I will go to pallets. But it's going to be limited to 1 or 2 sellers out of the hundreds of sellers on these sites, and sellers I've done business before with and know what their patterns are and kind of have an idea of what to expect. And because of that, I've had good success.
Look at what Paul said. Go up just a little bit. And in Vegas bins, you come out covered in glitter.
You might.
You could.
You might. You come up.
You'll definitely come out with dirt.
Dirty bins. You got to have gloves on.
It's so gross in there. I just can't stand it.
And this is like the LaCroix flavored water. I stopped my 4-a-day 16-ounce diet Pepsi cold turkey, switching to LaCroix.
I don't like the LaCroix. I don't find it very flavorful. I like the ices.
More French swearing.
Better.
I don't know any more French words for swearing. Chaos for Hire says, I think the trolls are out today. Been watching streams since noon, and all the streams had trolls in there as well. Yeah, it's just like, what kind of life do you have to hit a reselling channel and, maybe they're 12-year-olds. I mean, give them a pass. Maybe they're little kids.
No, they get no pass for talking like that.
Because, look, when
Somebody
I was a little
needs
kid,
to do a little bit of discipline on them.
they can't crank call anyone now. There's just the technology doesn't allow them to do it. So, I mean, back in our day, that was the thing, right? So maybe trolling unnecessary comments is the new crank calling. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Jovial's in big, bold letters. What did she say?
Where? Up here? Where?
Right there.
Maltodextrin?
No.
Maltodextrin?
That's that stuff that she was telling us about, and I was researching. No!
It still tastes good. Jovial says, if there was only one suggestion I could give about health, it would be stay away from maltodextrin. It is poison. Everyone, please take time to read about it.
Yeah. Rhonda and I were having we were talking a couple days ago, last week, about all of the different health stuff, and maltodextrin, she's very adamant, is actual poison. And she's not wrong, because I did watch some of the videos she sent me. Huh?
Your health segment was provided to you by Tree Cat. That was your health segment of the show.
It wasn't provided by Tree Cat,
They sponsored it.
No, it was Rhonda.
Oh, well. Liquidation pallets are good until about 2018, 2019, and then the price was too much competition. I'd say 2019 for sure. Yeah. We had great success, and then 2020, people got the free money, right? That's when the pallets went downhill. And it's really tough to get good pallets.
Yes, Craig Winans, the Starburst ices, the best.
They're very good.
Yes.
Duncan says, what is the total value of your unlisted inventory? Retail value or actual?
Unlisted?
Or actual my cost value? My cost value is probably maybe $2,000. Retail value is probably somewhere about 10 to 15 of the stuff that I have that I haven't listed. Graham says, I drink the Dollar General flavored water and use the Kirkle water bottle. Circle.
I've seen those in Walmart. Does anybody do you use those? Do you like them? because I was thinking about getting one.
I haven't had pop since 2021. I think low-calorie sparkling flavored water. Also look into Bolero on Amazon.
Bolero.
Yes, keep it up with your health.
Well,
is
now
definitely
that I
important.
know that what's in the ice is, I guess I'm going to have to go on a spree of buying different brands and trying different ones.
I just don't have mine all documented like that. I mean, I guess I could go back and try to figure it out, but I just don't. The juice is not worth the squeeze as far as taking the time to do all that. Yeah.
John's very good at, once we pick up our items, he's very good at getting them listed pretty quickly, because of the fact that we can return them if they're broken or non-functional or whatever the case.
There's one brand of water I won't drink, and it's the Arrowhead brand water, which is Poland Spring. That's the same brand. They taste.
Oh.
It has the same aftertaste as, like, if you drink milk. Has this, to me, it has the same aftertaste of that, and it's like water shouldn't have that taste.
Okay, Teresa, I'm gonna try it. The Circle bottles with they flavor up the water. Higher glycemic index than sugar. Better to eat, drink sugar. Wow.
Well, guys, we are at the end of our chat. Want to thank you guys for being here, being the best part of the show. Likely not a show on Friday because of what we have going on, all of our distractions. But we will definitely be back throughout the week. I'll try to get some videos up, and we'll be back on Monday's show.
Hold on.
What are you trying to do?
I gotta see what Graham in Vegas said.
Okay. Nonetheless, look, we are at the beginning of December, right? And so we're looking at probably a good solid 2.5 weeks tops for the Christmas buyers to get your items bought. And it might be a good time to consider going through your prices. Your prices may seem fair, but they may not be competitive. There's two different things. It might be fair based on sold comps, but sold comps, that is a different market than what's going on during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And, I think if you're trying to get more sales in for this year, this month, maybe get a good December, you're going to need to do that. Otherwise, you might see that you're going to get the same traffic, but not as many sales because people aren't clicking into it.
Graham, I stopped drinking soda and I lost 20% of my will to live.
So anyway, she's more interested in the health talk, and this is a reselling channel, so I apologize. But the look of death, I love it. But figuring out where you need to be priced for your items, it's not going to be comfortable. You may not want to sell it that low, and it may be that you just don't get as many sales. But it's up to each and every one of us to figure out where we're in that equation. And figuring that out is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy. Want you guys to have an excellent rest of your week, and we will talk to you here.
We'll talk to you in a week. So it will not be on Friday, but it will be on the following Monday. We love you guys. Take care of yourselves, your mental health, your health, all of it. We love you so much.
Take care.
Returns and lowball offers too. Zero takedowns, they're a pain. What can we do? High selling fees, bad buys, and rude buyers galore. Flipping ain't easy, but we keep coming back for more. All resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, we're your guide. With flipping ain't easy by your side. Sourcing great items is the key to success. Subscribe to the channel and stand above the rest. Focus on the thing that is within your control. Hang with flipping ain't easy. Let's roll. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.
You can do it! You can do it!
Resellers are gonna make mistakes. Learn from them and you'll have what it takes. In the world of reselling, will you guide? With flipping ain't easy by your soul.
Very nice.
Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game. Catch the live streams on Mondays and Fridays. Join the Discord community for the parlays. Tune into the podcast. Profit Playbook's the name. With Scott and Josh, flipping's more than a game.